Black Men Boxing Talk. We back.
This is a special edition.
Is it?
Is it?
This is special edition. It's fight day, fight night,
Fight day.
fight night. Canelo Alvarez.
Okay.
Versus. Wait, I'm sorry.
Nope, you did it right.
You did it right.
You did it right. You did it right.
He ain't got no nickname though.
Canelo.
Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell. The Iron. Oops, wait. Is that the Hitman or Iron Man?
He the Iron Man.
He the Iron Man. Okay, don't worry. Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell, the Iron Man, Charlo. Tonight. I'm telling you, this year in boxing
It's the best.
It's the best because I've been feeling this way I feel now a lot, and I can't remember the last time in a year I felt the way I feel right now.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I've been trying to think back.
You can't.
Years.
You might get a fight or two, but not like this.
This many, man.
And then I just heard Tyson Fury and Usyk got signed.
So many.
I don't know how true it is,
Yeah,
but I'm hearing
that
it's been signed.
Like I said, I'm waiting for the press conference for, like I said, with their
Demetrius Andre.
Yeah,
they may have it. Well, no, because they would have had it. Well, no, they might have it today. I don't know. They might have it today. But it would have been already though, right?
Yeah, it should have been. I mean, they saying it's already.
Or maybe
signed.
they'll announce it. Maybe they don't have a press conference. Maybe they'll announce it.
Well, you still got Pro Gray and Devin Haney.
Yes.
And please don't forget about this fight. Well, Tim Tszyu is fighting
Brian Mendoza,
but the other one, Castano is fighting.
I don't know who Castano fights.
I think. No, it is Mendoza.
Yeah,
it's Mendoza. Brian Mendoza. That's the one that beat Sebastian Fondor.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So, man, I mean, it's been a lit year for boxing. It has been.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk about tonight. And before they get started, I just want to give a shout out to Ugas and
Barrios.
No, Lubin.
Lubin.
Both fighters that have lost fights but are on the card tonight to keep going.
Well, might as well add Barrios.
And Barrios as well. Yep. Barrios lost the tank and he's still been fighting.
And Keith Thurman.
So, I mean, to these fighters that have L's but keep going, that's what fighting's about. All this old shit, please, let it go. All right, fellas.
Where to start? Let's start. How about this? Let's start with the undercard and work our way up. I don't know if y'all know Elijah or the dude that beat Jared, the last dude that beat Jared Hurd. They fighting each other. Elijah is like an up and coming prospect. He good. He like 19. He be spanking people, but he fighting the guy who was an underdog against Jared Hurd in his last fight, and he beat Jared Hurd. So that should be a good card to open up the night. I'm not sure if y'all are aware of them.
I'm not.
But the next fight, we got Udenis Ugas coming back after 16, 17 months.
Yeah.
We're going to get to see what he looked like after the Earl Spence fight.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he is the same as he was before the fight. I always wish the best for these fighters.
Right.
And then we got Barrios, who came off of a pretty good performance, I think, against Keith Thurman.
Yeah, I think so.
In his last fight.
It was a good performance. I think the way his face looked might have made
Actually, I'm sorry. I think he had a fight after Keith Thurman that he won. So this ain't his first fight since Keith Thurman.
Okay.
I think Barrios has a win after Keith Thurman. So he's been a little more active than Ugas.
Right.
But stylistically, how do y'all see this fight playing out?
Well, I mean, Ugas' strength is boxing. And he might have some difficulties, but I can see him winning the decision.
I mean, yeah, Ugas was just a tough fight. It depends on how he comes back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I mean, I knew Barrios was tall and big, but I didn't realize how big.
Yeah, he's
like
6.
Yeah,
He's
like
5'10". Yeah, 5'11". Yeah, 5'10", 5'11".
I think I'm gonna go against the grain on this one. I think I'm gonna go with Barrios, man. I think he's due for a win. He's been in with tough competition, just like Ugas. But I don't think he has the wear and tear on him that Ugas has. His ability to actually box and stay away. Ugas is not really a seek and destroy type of fighter. You know what I'm saying? So
Not at all.
I think Barrios's length and range can win him a decision. I don't see a stoppage or anything like that. Not from.
But I think Barrios' arms are short, aren't they?
I think they may be shorter
Yeah.
than Earl, but I don't think I don't know if Barrios' arms are shorter than Ugas's, but sometimes the height can make up for the.
Yeah, that's true.
He just gotta fight tall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't give up his height like he did in the Tank fight. But like I said, I also don't think he gotta worry about the type of pressure that that Tank applied with Ugas.
Mm-hmm.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So if you going Ugas,
Ugas.
I'm gonna take Barrios by decision.
Ugas by decision.
I don't know, man. I'm probably going to go looking at how Barrios. I mean, even though he has the height, he is like a face first fighter, though.
I think Ugas is too, though. But
Nah, I mean, Ugas is more like a sit.
right,
Like counter punch. You know what I'm saying? Like get his shots off. It depends on how he looks. I don't think he's going to be the same.
After 17 months, you don't think that's enough time to get yourself together?
People aren't the same after they fight Earl.
yeah, they not.
I mean,
It ain't even the question.
It's the man takes something out of you. You know what I'm saying? And then the way Ugas was a warrior in that fight,
Right.
because he was. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna, disrespect him in any kind of way. He was a warrior in that fight, but he took a beating. So I mean, I think if the Ugas shows up and he's okay, I think he can win.
Right.
But I don't know if that's gonna be the case. So I'm probably going. I'm leaning towards Barrios.
Okay. Co-main event: Erickson Lubin versus. I'm sorry. Ramos versus Lubin.
Yeah.
He's the A side, so I'm gonna show respect. You may not be aware of who Ramos is. Ramos is the guy who spanked my boy Joey Spencer. I still am a big fan of Joey Spencer. He reminded me of little Canelo. But Ramos showed me some different things in that fight. He showed me the ability he showed me levels. It was different levels, and he was able to go to a level that Joey Spencer couldn't get to. And we all know the hammer. We know the hammer is the hammer. We know Lubin, left-handed assassin, power in both hands, ability to box. But if you force him into a fight, he gonna fight.
And that is where I hope, because he said the same thing in the Fedor fight. He has a plan, and had he not tried to mix it up so much, I think he might have had a better shot at winning that fight. So hopefully he can stick to whatever the game plan is and box tonight.
Well, I think pressure bursts pipes, and Fedor's ability to apply pressure along with his size can alone be menacing.
And you're right. He has the reach and the height.
Who, Barrios?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. To me, I think Lubin is an excellent boxer, but I'm going Ramos in this fight.
I don't know much about Ramos. Is he one of those action dudes?
He can do whatever from what I've seen so far. And to me, Joey Spencer was the goods.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
but
okay, I remember that fight.
Ramos undefeated too, right?
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
He's 21, 22 years old.
He didn't give Spencer much to work with. I mean, he just basically outclassed him.
He almost like a little David Benavidez a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I think more skilled. I fuck with Lubin heavy. I would love to see Lubin win this fight because, like Barrios, I think Lubin is due for a big win. You know what I'm saying? He don't duck no fight.
He ducks none.
He take every fight they give him. I just think he may have bit off a little more than he can chew against Ramos.
But that's what you do to be great. And I honestly think he is still got in the back of his mind a future fight with Charlo.
Well, that's in yesteryear's time. Like in today's time, a lot of people don't look at people like Lubin as being great. They look at him as a journeyman at this point, or a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in
That's
reality, you should be giving him credit because Lubin. I felt like Lubin versus Fundora was the fight of the year that year. And then he jumped in there with Charlo at a very young age. He's been in there with Ishe Smith. He's been in there with Terrell Goucher. He's been in there with Jason Rosario. He's been in against any and everybody. You know what I'm saying? And he beat Luis Arias, who beat my boy Jerry Hurd.
Mm-hmm.
So I root for Lubin because I respect fighters like Lubin, like Broner, like Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? Like Deontay Wilder, like Earl Spence, he's going to get the fuck back in there. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what happened with Terrence Crawford, he's going to get back in there, and he's not going to get back in there against somebody who he know he can beat. You know, so he's going to get back in there with somebody who is a great caliber fighter. So I respect them type of fighters, but these days a lot of people don't. So I know we running short on time. What we got?
Okay, yeah, we got 4 minutes.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go Jesus Ramos.
Who you going?
By stoppage.
Oh, by stoppage.
Yeah, I'm gonna say between 9 and 11.
I'm gonna go with Lubin. I want Lubin to box tonight. I hope that he boxes tonight. He has the measurements, he has the height, he has the reach. I'm gonna go with Lubin to come back and redeem himself tonight.
Okay. I'm not mad at that because that's what I want, but I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Now, I did see the Joy Spencer fight, but I wasn't as high on Joy Spencer as you were.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I saw what he did to him, but I was like, okay.
So if you do it to Lubin tonight,
Lubin, if you do it to Lubin tonight, that's impressive.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because Lubin gives everybody a go.
Right.
The only really hiccup was Charlo when he caught him early.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the way Lubin's fights go and the way Charlo fights go, if he didn't knock that man out early, then it was going to be a dog fight.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to go with Lubin. So you going so I guess Brandon, because I don't know. I know that this guy's supposed to win and they're supposed to be serving Lubin up. This is a step-up fight, you know what I'm saying? And Lubin is... I'm picking more, I guess, with my heart because, like both of you have said, Lubin's been in tough. And he's not ducking anybody, but...
if I was to pick with my heart, I would pick Lubin too, though.
Yeah, because, I mean, like you said, that Fundora fight, man, that was... Whew.
And that's another... He almost like... on the Ugas level, it's like, how much more do he got? You know what I'm saying?
That too. No, I'm going Ramos. I go Ramos. Alan, hopefully, look, with me and Brandon going there, hopefully, you work your mojo and you bring it home for us.
Because I want Lubin to win. Yeah. I just don't think he's going to win.
Yeah.
Well, he just confirmed it.
Yeah.
Lubin's going to win the fight tonight.
And we got a minute and some change?
Yeah, a minute and some change.
Okay.
Hurry up. Let's get it.
The final fight that we all have been waiting for, and even if we go over 5 minutes or so, we should be good.
All right.
Canelo Alvarez, the King, versus Jamil Charlo, the Lion.
Well, I don't know what animal I need to be the lion, but I'll be.
But whatever animal it is, I'm that animal. I mean, what y'all think?
I think it's going to be a hell of a fight, man.
You see the way in?
Yes, on the way in.
How you feel about it?
I just felt like, I think that he kept the same steady, non-confrontational energy, even though people have been on his helmet just like you were, you know what I'm saying? But he has kept that same energy throughout the whole thing. It was no turn up or nothing. It was just like, hey, look, he came in that motherfucker. I liked it when he said, "Look, I'm here to win. Look, I'm a bad motherfucker."
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. And you can pay Shakur for that.
And
because we heard him say that.
I'm telling you, but I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna tell you this. I hope it's not just the facade, the calmness, because to me, that's how he needs to be to win.
Yeah,
he can't be overly emotional.
Mm-hmm.
He can't be I gotta get it back type of mentality.
That's true.
He has to stay disciplined in order to win. So I hope him keeping that non-confrontational mentality, calm demeanor.
Yep.
Not to say that he's a bitch, but I feel like like we said about Terrence Crawford, you have to stay poised. Yeah. And that's what got Crawford over in that Earl Spence fight. His ability to stay poised. I think that's Jermell Charlo's best chance. If that's you true. Get reckless and you start winging away punches, you looking at one of the best counter punches in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
So for me, I happen to think what I've always thought. Canelo Alvarez is just too good. He's better than the Charlos in my book. And I don't think Charlo will get punches thrown at him and not feel like he need to get it back. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I was wrong in the Spence fight. If I'm wrong, fine. No problem. But I'm going Canelo Alvarez, 12-round decision. I don't see a knockout on either guy. He may drop Charlo, but I don't see a stoppage. I think Canelo is a little long in the tooth, regardless of what he may say. But I do think that a 60, 70, 80% Canelo is better than a lot of motherfuckers. So I'm going Canelo by decision. I don't know if it's going to be unanimous or split or whatever, but I'm taking Canelo Alvarez, 12 rounds.
We just spent a lot of time talking about 154. And for the last maybe 2-3 years, I've thought that 154-pound weight division was the best division in boxing. I say that to say this. Jermell Charlo, like Erickson Lubin, is another one that ducks no work. He has fought the best at 154, and he is basically dominated. Well, because like I said,
he's dominated because even after losing, he came back and dominated.
Yeah, he's come back and
even
won
after getting a draw,
rematches.
He came back and dominated. So he has dominated.
So he has dominated that division. I say that to say this. Those were some tough fights. So a lot of people with this the Canelo experience over him, yeah, he has more years than him, but he's been through some adversity at 154, and he has overcome it. So we talk about fighters when they're looking up, and the Charlos have been looking up. You know, I'm gonna drop that other brother. Not fuck his brother, but I don't want to talk about his brother. I'm not going to say the Charlos. I'm going to say Jermell Charlo has been looking at Canelo Alvarez a long time. This is an opportunity that he probably thought he would never get. He's gotten it, and I think he will take advantage of it. I think we're going to see grit tonight. And like Brandon said, I agree wholeheartedly that he has to stay calm and in the pocket. But if he does that, I think if he can somehow control the pace himself and get Canelo into the later rounds, because I've said one of Jermell Charlo's strengths is that he gets stronger as the fight goes on. I'm taking Charlo decision. I think we're going to wake up in the morning and say, Jermell Charlo is a bad motherfucker.
Well, we ain't going to have to wake up in the morning. We going to know tonight. We going to know tonight if he a bad motherfucker. I mean, and my thing is, even if he lose, we got to stop the narrative of because he lost, he not a bad motherfucker. That motherfucker, if we can give Canelo a pass for going up and it maybe just being too much of a task, then we can do the same for Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because he lose to Canelo don't mean he's a bad fighter. He just lost to
a better fighter,
a guy who properly gained the weight. You see what I'm saying? Like, so in my book, and I've said this before, y'all beat me down for it, but to me, if Jermell Charlo beats Canelo Alvarez, he is undoubtedly, in my mind, the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
I don't think so.
I won't say that, but what I will say, since he said that, is that give the man his flowers, because it's a lot of bullshit, ESPN and all these top boxing or pound-for-pound, that this man hasn't even been on the list.
Man, pound for pound is subjective, and just because it comes from ESPN doesn't make it any better than the list that we come up with.
Yeah.
Your list,
Because my list,
or my
that motherfucker gonna be. And if he stop Canelo, it might not even be no getting him off of number one. You keeping it a buck. And I ain't the biggest Charlo fan, but I keep it a buck.
Yeah, Jamel is a bad motherfucker.
Nah, go ahead.
No, he is.
We talking shit about you on the low though, but go ahead.
he's a bad motherfucker. Regardless of, like you said, how this fight turns out, the fact that, you know, he stepped up when his brother couldn't, and I'm not just going to disregard his brother because mental illness is a serious shit that he's going through.
Yeah, but he wasn't fighting nobody before that. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. But he was trying, but look, it almost worked for him.
It might have.
Yeah, because he wasn't fighting anybody because of the politics of boxing. In order to get a goddamn Canelo fight, he stayed undefeated and he almost had it.
But I don't know that because Jamel Charlo said, y'all motherfuckers thought it was my brother and it was me the whole time. And it makes sense that it was him the whole time because I feel like Canelo is fighting for... Beating Jamel Charlo would be him beating another undisputed champion. Beating Jamal Charlo would be him beating a motherfucker that ain't fought nobody.
I think it was, like I said, look, I can't listen to what the Charlos say because both of them talk out both sides of their mouth.
That's true.
So, you know, I mean, I've heard on several goddamn interviews that he said his brother couldn't accept the fight, so he stepped up. Okay. So now he's saying that it was him the whole time. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Right? That's number one, right? But as bad as he's going to be tonight, I think this is just a step too far.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason that I have any pause in it
is because he's a dog.
Yeah, I mean, it's because he's a dog. No, not just that, but because Canelo, how he's looked in his, you know, in his last couple of fights, Canelo is slipping.
And let me say this. Don't take too much credence in this last fight shit because people get up for different things. And you look
let
at...
me finish first?
Yeah.
Before you...
Let me say this. People looked at Pacquiao versus this person or that person. Then we watch Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like we take a lot of credence in what this person did in the last fight. But go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Looking at his last fight, specifically, like I said, I don't, like, he could have had, of course, it could have been distractions or whatever, but that fight was supposed to be a knockout. If you look at the ring, it was no bigger than, I mean, probably this space right here. And he couldn't get him out of there. And maybe the guy, you know, stayed up and fought the fight of his life because he actually came on a little bit at the end. I think Canelo is slipping. That's why I think it makes it interesting, but I just believe that this is a step too far because I'm leaning more towards the fact that you've been out the ring 16 months. I know you saying that it doesn't matter. That's what Earl thought.
And you coming off an injury.
Yeah, and you're coming off an injury. Yeah. That's what Earl thought. That, hey, because Earl's that dog and he has done it, you know, on a couple of occasions with the, you know, with that retina and the car accident, he came back and fought, you know, reputable people. Like, look, I was going to fight you before, Danny. I'm fighting you now.
I got a question for you whenever you finish.
And so I just think, though, that it is going to be a, you know, just two-way classes up. I mean, I know you walk around and you're actually the bigger man, but you're not used to getting hit by somebody in that weight class. And it's, I don't know. I mean, because, yeah, you've been like kind of a knockout artist lately since you got with Derrick James, but your record doesn't say that you're a knockout artist. Your record is like what?
Half.
Yeah, half. It's like half or like one more than half or something like that. Yeah, so I don't, in a dog, especially like I said, the fights that we see him get knockouts in is mostly like dog fights where he wear him down. And Allen, like you said, I mean, you have a valid point as far as him being, you know, like getting stronger, but I don't know if that's going to be the case at 168.
And with somebody who's going to take exception to punching to the body.
Yes.
But I got a question for you. How did J-Rock look in his last fight before you fought Banana?
Banana.
Jason Rosario.
I thought the last fight before that was Hurt.
How did he look?
He looked good.
How did he look?
But people look good against her.
So okay, cool. How did Jason Rosario look against J-Rock?
Not necessarily good. He just J-Rock.
He looked destructive. He beat J-Rock ass in like 4 rounds.
No, J-Rock, look, J-Rock been out. He didn't look destructive.
Yes, he did. He beat the fuck out of J-Rock.
I mean, yeah,
Like
but J-Rock
in like 4 rounds.
Yeah, but no, J-Rock started out and was fucking him up.
And then 2 rounds later.
Exactly, he got caught. And
No, he was getting his ass whipped before. It wasn't just he got caught. He was getting his ass beat.
He got caught and got hurt.
No.
Yeah, I don't remember
He was getting his ass beat.
You don't remember? No, he won like the first 2
He
rounds.
won the first round.
First 2.
After that, he started getting his ass beat.
First 2 rounds.
Okay, cool. What was Jason Rosario's next fight?
Against Charlo.
How did he look?
He looked out until he got stabbed to the body.
Charlo's fight against
Where are you going with this?
My point is, you keep harboring on the last fight. How did Earl look against
I
Ugas?
said that. Look, I think he's slipping.
How did
And
Earl
that
look
fight
against
showed.
Ugas?
That it showed.
How did Earl look against Ugas?
You saying Canelo slipping?
Yes.
How did Earl
And it
look against
showed.
Ugas?
Huh?
He looked
Earl
like
looked
a
all right against Ugas.
How he look against Danny?
You said what? He looked all right against Danny.
Come on now.
He did.
After he beat
looked all right.
Ugas, what the fuck did we say?
That's what the fuck
No,
y'all
no,
said.
No, you was with us. We all said,
no,
I don't know who the
no,
fuck
no,
could be
no,
in
No,
that.
no,
God
him
said was
just
before
said,
Ugas.
yes,
Yes,
right.
okay.
No, you and him said that shit, and I was the one that said that motherfucker was getting caught with shots.
After the fact,
In
the
between.
night of, we all said, I don't know how the fuck Terrence Crawford gonna beat him.
No, we ain't all
Did we or did we not?
No,
We all
You
said it.
that shit.
We all
You
said that shit.
No, don't add me to the
We
shit.
all said
No,
it.
don't add me to the shit.
We was like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, I mean, but he was standing there.
We
And
all
I saw
said,
this shit.
I don't see how the fuck he could beat this.
No.
Well, you spoke on the mistake, but I think we all said
We
that
all said it.
couldn't see-
You came afterwards and said, when we started talking about Crawford and Spence, when the fight was about to happen, you said, I went back and I watched it and Earl was getting touched. The night of, we called each other and we was like, I don't know how the fuck he gonna beat. I don't know.
Yeah,
That
he was
motherfucker,
alive, yeah.
what the fuck? We all said it.
No.
So I say that to say, I don't give a fuck how he looked in that last fight. I can only judge him on how he fight in this fight.
Well,
Of course.
all right,
That's
my
what
counter to
anything.
that is this.
But fight
He
is
said he's slipping.
Yeah.
And Canelo said, he said, I haven't slipped or...
So yeah, injuries, but I mean,
he had injuries,
I
okay.
think,
But all boxers
he-
make
I
excuses.
think he's slipping as well.
Yeah, all
But
boxers.
what I'm saying
That's
is,
why I take more credence with, and it wasn't just the last fight. He hasn't really looked good that long.
we said he hurt his hand in the
Because he
Caleb
did
Plant
knock
fight.
Triple G
Yeah,
out.
he didn't look good.
But I
okay,
told y'all
but
he
they
wasn't gonna knock
always
Triple
have
G out.
excuses. Every boxer has excuses.
But
When
he
they
said
don't
after
look
the-
good,
said it after the
whatever.
win.
Yeah, I know. When they don't look good, because look, Caleb Plant was outboxing him at points in that fight. I hurt my hand. Okay, we give you that, but every boxer says something was wrong with him. Everyone except for Earl Spence, who I kudos to him, even though there probably was problems with you, even though he hasn't said shit.
All I'm saying is,
I'm saying that all fighters have excuses.
we know that.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Look, the Caleb Plant fight and then the fight after that. That was the 2 fights where that motherfucker slipped and he looked worse in the next fight than he did against Caleb Plant.
So did he look worse in that fight than he did against Triple G?
He didn't look good against Triple G.
He looked good against Triple
No,
G.
he didn't,
Yeah.
man.
See,
Are you
people-
serious?
People start saying, people
You know that fight was garbage from both
He
ends, from
looked
both
good.
sides.
He
No,
looked
it didn't.
good.
No, he didn't.
And I even
It
said
looked
it before.
garbage.
He did look good.
Both of them was
What was your
garbage.
prediction for that fight?
There's
Knock
some-
Canelo.
Who's gonna knock him out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
I
thought
told
he
you
was
he
going to
wasn't.
stop him.
Yeah, but
I
Oh,
told you.
yeah, you were the only one I think that said it was.
But I also said after we sat right here and watched Triple G versus Ryota Murata, I also said this could just be a fight where they know each other, and it's just a fight where they just know each other, and it may not be no knockout. Canelo now at one point looked like he was hurt against Triple G in that third fight, and at no point did he ever look in trouble. So we saying that he didn't look good because he didn't get the knockdown.
No.
So that's pretty much saying if Terrence Crawford don't come out and look like he looked against Earl Spence, we never can say he
I'm
looked good
talking
no more.
about the performance. When you look at Canelo's performances, they have been steady on the decline. This fight was the worst fight between all 3 of those fights. Of course.
John Ryder?
No, I'm talking about with Canelo and Triple G, since you want to talk about that. That was the worst looking fight from both of them in a trilogy. Neither one of them look good to me. I don't care what you think. That's right, to me. Neither one of them look good.
When we look at Canelo's last 5 fights, what would that be? Bivol? The Triple G fight?
Plant, Bivol, Billy Joe Saunders, Plant, Bivol, Triple G, Ryder.
Mm-hmm. He been slipping. I still think that he's going to win, but he's been slipping. And it's been like on a steady.
So did we say he was slipping?
Saunders, Plant.
Mm-hmm.
So Kovalev was before those 2 fights?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the other Plant and Saunders.
Nah, Kovalev was before Callum Smith.
Because I thought he was losing the Kovalev fight too.
He was losing
that was
Kovalev
before
fight.
Callum Smith.
Yeah, that was before Callum Smith.
Okay.
But
Plant,
but then what he
Saunders,
looked like against Callum
Plant.
I mean, he looked good beating on Callum Smith's song.
Yeah, but Callum Smith be beating ass since then though.
Triple G.
And about to fight about to fight Arthur Beterbiev. I'm just saying.
He gonna get knocked out.
Is he?
Oh yeah, he get knocked out. I got 3 fighters right now. Beterbiev, NUA, Terrence Crawford.
Batman box is over. We out of here. Go ahead.
Yeah, we out.